In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. In this episode, I'm sharing some insights into my single days, and you've got to listen because you are never going to believe where I thought God had my man. And of course, I was wrong. This is a story you won't want to miss. Mindset is one of my favorite topics I'm totally obsessed with because literally everything is a mindset. The world happens according to your belief. So you've got to ask yourself, what am I believing? Now, the best example that I can share with you from my own personal experience comes from my single days, because I was single for a long time, y'all. Like years. Shout out to all my single peeps. I feel you. Now, being single, there can be a lot of emotions attached to it, and it's embarrassing because everybody is looking at you wondering, what's wrong with you? Why you can't keep no man? Where are the grandkids? When are you finally going to have somebody? Hello. When I was single, I was wondering the same thing. Dating was never an issue, but getting the relationship I wanted was. Like most things in life, it was just a signal. It was mirroring back to me my own beliefs that I had about relationships. I was saying things like, all men cheat. I'm never going to find a good man. But my personal favorite, I would say, my man must be in heaven with Jesus, because that's when I'm going to finally find him. Well, shoot. No wonder I didn't have the relationship I wanted. I didn't even have very high hopes for the male species. I literally thought I had to go to heaven for my man. How silly is it to believe every man cheats? Like, honestly, just looking at those words on paper just look dumb. But seriously, it's ridiculous. There are a lot of faithful, good men with morals and standards out there, but when you don't think it, it's hard to tell. All the time I spent wondering why I kept running into the same kind of guy in a different shirt, it never occurred to me to look at my own beliefs. I also failed to check my focus. Every phone call with one of my girls or, brunch or ladies' night was filled with a recap of the latest dating trilogy. So much so, there is a book yet to be written of all the, oh girl, you won't believe this fool kind of date chronicles. I could tell you with passion and certainty what I did not want. We'd have this long, deep, intense conversation about what I didn't want with very little room for what I did want. What I did want consisted of about 5 sentences, while I just spent the last 5 hours talking about what I didn't want. But hey, don't judge me, okay? This is a judge-free zone. When there's wine involved and the laughs are flowing, we get deep, y'all. You know that. I was a great woman, even a catch by most standards, but I just couldn't seem to bring it all together into a healthy, happy, romantic relationship. All of the things I did while dating, putting myself out there, being honest, all the while, I wasn't being honest with myself about what I believed and focused on. And I didn't have faith that what I really wanted was even possible. So once you have your BFF, you are on the way. And by BFF, I mean belief, focus, and faith. When things aren't going right in some area of your life, It's time to take a pause for the cause and check your BFF. Your mindset is the window to your beliefs. When you focus on what you see in front of you, especially if it's negative, you just draw more of that to you. Without faith, there is no strong belief in all the array of possibilities. We often talk about our beliefs and don't even stop to think if they are still true or not. Perhaps there was a time in your life when that belief served you. Maybe it was true, and maybe it protected you or made you happy in some sort of way. But does it serve you now? Check out what you're focused on too. Are you seeing the cup half empty or half full? Or are you staring inside of an empty bottle? If you're focusing more on what you don't want, there is no need to beat yourself up over it. Simply begin to notice where your focus is and if that's truly where you want it to be. This episode is brought to you by One Hope. Calling all wine lovers. Did you know you can enjoy wine and donate to your favorite charity at the same time? With One Hope, proceeds of every delicious bottle go to some amazing charity doing incredible acts of service. DM me, cheers. Ask me how you can donate to your favorite charity while sipping yummy wines. To enjoy delicious wines that keep on giving, check out the link in the show notes. Now, I am not here to ruin ladies' nights everywhere by telling you not to go have a good vent sesh about the latest dating debacles. But what I am saying is watch the amount of time and energy you give to it. Let's flip the script. Instead of venting for 5 hours and talking about what we want for 5 minutes, let's talk about what we want for 5 hours and what we don't want for much less time. Let's normalize dreaming out loud and drawing towards what it is that we actually want. George Michael said, you got to have faith, the faith, the faith. And he ain't never lied. My granny used to say that all the time. And look at me now. I'm saying it too. But it's such a true statement. The world simply mirrors back to you your own beliefs because our brain is always looking for confirmation it's right. So have better beliefs and triple down on your faith and watch what gets mirrored back to you. I can't leave without saying, by the grace of God, I did not have to go to heaven to get me a man. He actually did have one for me. I just forgot to believe him and trust him on that one. But I'm human. It happens. If you are single, just know it's not a death sentence. Your relationship status doesn't define you or make you less than. There are pros and cons to being single. Just like relationships, they're no different. So set your focus on you, as that is who you have control over. Check your beliefs, focus, your faith, and the rest will line up. Mindset is everything because everything is a mindset. What your mind is set on matters and makes all the difference in your world. Everything that you have your mind set on is what it will be for you. That's why that old saying, perception is reality, is an old adage that still rings true. How you see it is how it is. You have so much power and control over your life, but sometimes we forget and we need to be reminded. So say it with me. I am a powerful co-creator. You have choices. You have free will to make decisions. You get to decide the actions you take in your life. So use your power for good. Now, it's time to whip out that journal and ask yourself a few questions. What am I believing? Is it still true? Is it time for a new, more positive belief? What am I focused on? What would I like to focus on instead? Does my faith line up with what I really want? Do I need to beef up my faith? Now reflect and make some decisions about your BFF. Just like you'd pick the best people in your circle to be your BFF, do the same when it comes to your belief, focus, and faith. You can absolutely have everything you want in this life. Now let's stay connected. Make sure to join my email list to receive special messages of encouragement. Please be sure to reach out, drop me a note, and let me know your takeaways and aha moments from this episode. I'm so grateful for this time that we've been able to connect today. Remember, there is nothing you can't do and nothing you can't handle. Through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please take a few moments to leave a review. All you have to do is light me up with some stars as your rating and leave a few words. And if you happen to share this episode, let me thank you in advance for sharing positive messages. As we all know, we've got some peeps who could use an extra dose of encouragement. I'm throwing virtual confetti right now to celebrate you for finishing this episode. And I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for it to end. So if you want more, check out encourageovereverything.com for literally all things EOE. Stay connected and join the email list. You'll get that VIP treatment by being the first to know all the happenings and get encouragement sent right to your inbox. encourageovereverything.com has all the good stuff from show notes and all the info on today's sponsors. And if you're looking to connect with other fellow encouragers, be sure to join my exclusive community on the Encourage Over Everything Facebook group. I can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. Remember, there isn't anything that we can't get through because together we can encourage over everything.